So today on RetroCore we're going to be taking a look at the Super Mini MD. Looks more like a SNES or SNES or Super Nintendo. American edition with some weird combination of joypad. Oh well, apparently this thing is 16-bit and I have not even opened this one, so I have no idea what's inside the box. So let's open it together. Now I'm actually quite intrigued by this, so I'm looking. Oops, upside down. I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside. Ooh, there we have it. It is in fact a mini SNES. Well, we'll come back to that. Let's take a look at the box first. Oops, lots of stuff falling out. So on the box, let's see. We can see it's a video game system. Now this is kind of interesting here at the bottom. The machine is not built in the game. Okay. It needs to be used with the game card. Okay. One game card is given in the package. Right. I guess this is the game card. And if you look on the side of the box, there are various different game cards which they give away, and apparently we got the one with the most games on. Good stuff. Okay, so going back to the actual package. So let's take out the mini Super Nintendo. Oh, it's in there pretty snug. And we got 2 control pads. That's nice. And stuck to the bottom of the box, we've got a manual. Hopefully the manual is in better English than the box. So let's just take a quick look in here. Alright, taking a look at the first page. Introduction of the machine's function. Okay. It has built-in classic games in total. Okay, I think the box said the machine has no built-in games, but according to this, it has built-in games in total, okay, which cannot be changed. Alright, well, whatever. Doesn't seem to make much sense. And this is the actual game card that came with it. A little tiny PCB. And it's got a connection board in there. There is a PCB board in there, so I do believe it has games on it. And it doesn't seem to be screwed down, so let's see if we can prise that open. Let's see if we can get inside it. Yes, we can. It just clips apart, and we can see it does actually have a chip on there. So this is not just some connection changer. There is actually something on there, and if we look closely, it's can't make out any words on there, but there's also a space on the back for another chip. Oh, bugger. Which way did this go? I think it went in this way, didn't it? Because we didn't see any chip when we opened it up. Okay, let's clip that back together. Alright, and I presume this just plugs in here. Okay, we've got a power switch and a reset switch which goes down instead of up. Alright, at the front we've got a little LED light, 2 joystick ports. Around the back we've got the power in, typical 5 volts I imagine that would be, and the AV out. On the bottom we just got a serial number which says SNXX. Input 5 volts, 500 milliamp, yep, USB power, made in China. Okay. Actually, what's the cartridge port look like? Yeah, there is actually a little cartridge port in there. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Okay, and we also get the power brick with it. This is the power brick that came with it. And, oh, yeah, it's a very flimsy one. It ends in a micro USB cable. Won't be using that, very flimsy. And we've got a video cable, and it's a typical mono video cable with the thinnest wire ever. Okay, well, I think that basically tells us this is going to have mono audio out, which is a shame. But I'm intrigued to see how good the emulation is, and is it a Mega Drive or is it a Super Nintendo? Okay, so let's open one of the control pads. If we can get it open. There we go. Okay, build quality of the pad. Not bad actually. Buttons are nice. They've concaved these ones in like the American Super Nintendo, which I don't like because you kind of dig into your fingers on the corners. But the bottom ones are European style. Shoulder buttons are pretty good too. They feel pretty nice. D-pad, it's pretty clicky. Should be good for the shooter. I'm not too sure about a fighting game. But actual build quality is pretty good on that. That's some good plastic. It's not cheap plastic. Nothing on the bottom. Okay. So, let's connect this little beauty up to the video capture card. And first, let's try it without any cartridge in and see if it actually does have built-in games. So this is what happens when you switch it on without a cartridge in. You get this lovely green screen of puke. Very nice. Let's switch it off and put the cartridge in. Okay, so upon switching on the machine, you're granted with this little menu screen, which has adventure, sports, fighting, puzzle, racing and shooting games, with some very awful music in the background. Let's take a look at adventure. Okay, so we've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Yogi Bear, Aladdin, Ninja Gaiden, or Ninja Gade, SNES, Harry Potter 2. Oh, that's a hack. That's going to be, that's going to be Mac Kids. It's going to be Hack and Mac Kids. Okay, we've got some nice games on here. Can't say I've ever heard of that one before. Castlevania Bloodlines, nice. I've got to say, I don't mind that selection of games. Pretty good. Okay, let's go back to that very weird looking one. That one, whatever that is. So this is definitely a Sega Mega Drive system. Now, one thing straight away that I must admit is the video quality is not too hot. It looks pretty wavy. Oh wow. Is this some sort of localized version, or is it a hack? I can't say I know this game too much. I can't say I've even heard of this game. Obviously in English it is Woody Woodpecker. What language is that? Is that Portuguese? Okay, and by the way, I'm actually using a real Sega Mega Drive control pad here on this machine, a 6-button one at that, and it seems to be working just fine. Yeah, I'm not sure what this game is. Alright, let's reset that. Let's check out Castlevania Bloodlines. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's take a quick check of the sound test. Okay, that's sounding pretty good. Not bad. The only problem is that it's in mono. But I don't think it's actually outputting the joint left and right channels as one mono channel. It seems to be just putting out the left channel. So maybe with a bit of modification you could get stereo sound out of this thing. That doesn't sound too bad actually, I'm surprised. Okay, let's see how the game runs. Is it running at the correct speed? Again, I'm using the standard Sega Mega Drive 6-button pad, the official one by Sega, and it's working just fine on this clone. Speed is fine, no problem. Okay, I'm getting a bit carried away playing that. Let's change the game. Let's take a look at Sonic the Hedgehog, because usually on these clone machines, if you're going to play Sonic the Hedgehog, usually the sound of the rings is a little bit weird, so let's try that. That's running too slow, that's running PAL speed. So it looks like they put the PAL version of the game on here. No, that's even worse than the PAL version. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 runs slow. And the sound on this is messed up. Alright, that is not too good. It's a bit of a shame after the promising start with Castlevania. Yep, it's making Mac look bloody. You can tell from the music. Just a sprite hack. But they've hacked the backgrounds too, that's pretty nice. It's running a bit slow though. That's a pretty good hack, actually. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at some of the other categories. So here I'm taking a look in shooting, and they've got Contra Hard Corps, Juju Densetsu, which is a Toki, Sunset Riders, Gunstar Heroes, Crossfire, Raiden Shred, Magic Girl and the Taiwanese original, James Bond, Thunder Force 3, Super Fancy Zone, nice, Sector X, Ghost Hunter, it's another Taiwanese original, Veritex, that's got some excellent music, Final Zone, pretty cool game, Runark Space Hunter, never heard of that one. Okay, not exactly all shooters to be honest, the Terminator. Well, that's more like an actual platformer. Michelle Lister, Mystic Defender again, Mercs and Mega Turrican. Some good games on there, but I'm going to take a look at that weird one, which I have no idea what it is. See, there you go, we've got Kujaku 2, that's just Mystic Defender, the Japanese version. Alright, what's this Space Hunter? Okay. Oh, it's over here, isn't it? We just gotta find a spaceship. Wow. I don't know. 2 plus 2 equals 4. What? 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4? Oh, well, I thought it did. Yeah, no idea what that's all about. Alright, let's check out a normal game, see if it runs at the correct speed. Okay, well, this special effects seems to be working just well. That's too slow. It's too slow, you can tell. And the sound is awful. The sound is all messed up. Well, that is a shame. Too slow and messed up sound. Okay, so here we go with Mega Turrican. Hopefully this will run at the correct speed. Come on. Nope, too slow. Oh man, this is such a letdown because it started so good with Castlevania. Maybe that's the only game that works on it. It's out of tune. Oh, that was bad. It's so badly out of tune. speed is right though. Alright, so this game runs at the right speed, but the sound is just so bad. So let's take a look at one more game, a game that everybody knows, and a game that everybody should understand very well. Street Fighter 2. Version of Street Fighter 2 is it? Oh, there's a Super Street Fighter 2. And it's running extremely slow. Oh, that's just a shame. We'll go to Zangief, the worst level. Actually, this will tell us if the 6 buttons are working on the pad. Yes, they are. That's so bad to play. Look at that, Street Fighter trickle. And do a Dragon Punch, let's try. Yes, I can. That's terrible. Okay, I'll tell you what. Just for the sake of it, we'll take a look at one more game. Fingers crossed it's going to run at the right speed. Okay, well the Sega logo sounded okay. It's running too slow. I can tell straight away. Although not super slow. Too bad. Actually, that's not too bad playing it like this. And the sound, despite being a mono, seems to be okay. Although we're kind of missing quite a few channels, so the whipping sound is overpowering. Now let's wrap it up and give you my final verdict on this. So what do I think of this console? Well, I did have high hopes. The actual construction of the console itself is pretty good. It's well built, it feels solidly put together. And the same can be said with the control pads as well. These things feel great. But the thing is, it doesn't seem to play the games very well. We started off really good with Castlevania. It seemed to run fine at the right speed and it sounded okay. From what I could tell, it was in mono, missing the left audio channel. But unfortunately, every game we tried after that had problems. They were all too slow. And some of the audio issues are unbelievably hysterically bad. So it is a shame about the audio. Now, I could probably recommend it if the audio was bad and the speed was good. Because as far as graphics are concerned, it seems to be able to handle the Mega Drive graphics no problem whatsoever. But that speed issue makes some games pretty unplayable. As you saw, Street Fighter was pretty bad on this thing. So, yeah, I'm afraid I cannot recommend it, even at its low price point. But for some reason, if you want to buy it, then I'm going to put a link in the video description. Check it out, but don't say you weren't warned. Probably one to pass on. Oh, but I will just add, it had a great selection of games. Just a shame they didn't work properly. Oh well.